for Coach Kilgore, similar question.
Yeah.
I mean, it's funny here.
Yeah.
All three of us here are Division III athletes at one point in time. So
gotta represent.
How do you think that kind of Division III athlete to strength and conditioning coach, how that kind of affected and impacted your coaching style and experience?
Yeah, well, from an athlete's perspective, I think your time in athletics gives you two big gifts, and that's empathy and insight. And alluding to and building off of what CeeLo spoke about, we have a unique opportunity playing competitively in college to understand what it's like to lose and what it's like to win, and to be part of a team and something that's bigger than yourself. And everybody's striving towards one goal. So that's something I think is just huge that shaped me as a person. And then something that I look for in my coaches. From an empathy aspect, you understand the emotional toll and reward that comes with being a part of a team and everything that goes with athletics. As far as the insight thing goes, like CeeLo said, you see all along your athletic career what you want in a coach. Whether your mind is on record and you realize it or not, you think back to those experiences and then how you were shaped as a person from those coaches and those mentors in your life, and you want to emulate that and transfer that as best as you can to your athletes now. As far as strength and conditioning goes, man, I wish I had found the weight room earlier, to be honest with you, because coming into college was 6'6", $170. I'd walk behind a light pole and you'd lose me for an hour. So I did not know the value of it until my junior year, where we started getting the formation of like a strength program, a little bit with an assistant coach. And then my senior year when Masters came along. And man, from a preparation standpoint alone, feeling better for the day of competition. I mean, you can't, there's no looking back, the before and after, especially if it's done right. So I think now just having that mindset and that experience of we are prolonging careers and building healthy, sustainable habits. I think that's kind of what I keep in the forefront of my mind. You know, that's one of the foundational elements of our philosophy is, you know, keeping the athletes safe and reducing the likelihood of injury. That's been big for me.
Did Kilgore, real quick, sorry, like for you,
Yeah.
Did you guys have a strength and conditioning coach? Because ours was our defensive coach, and it was strange kind of for us because preseason, it was the entire team, and we did not have a big weight room, and we pretty much just did a bunch of circuits. I mean, we got crushed as far as running and core work and all that, but then the rest were circuits because we were kind of limited on space and resources. But in season, all that we had to do was pick up a sheet, fill out a sheet about what we lifted, and then turn it back in, and then we were kind of recorded based on that. So I think that's a unique thing for Division III.
Yeah, it for sure. We definitely had a weights program, but no sports performance staff. It was the assistant coaches all day. I still remember doing like 3 sets of, I think, either 8 or 12 hang cleans. And I can just think of my wrist hurting back in those days. And I know, like, maybe I'll be able to go back and see something like that one day. But that was just like, oh man, that was bad, just bad. But it was, yeah, it's different. You get what you get, and you make the most of it right then and there.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, and I think especially for Berry College was where Kilgore and I both graduated from. I think it's a little unique as far as Division III goes because, I mean, I might be a little, biased, but I think that Berry probably has the best weight room in Northwest Georgia. They basically, and that's pretty much kind of how that school operates. They do everything pretty much exactly how you would expect it to be. But at the same time, there's definitely still some limitations. And I think that you see a lot of coaches who come from that Division III level who do have to kind of be very hands-on and be very like ingenuitive of what they're doing. And that's kind of all across from the coaches who I've talked to who have come from that level.
Yeah, I completely agree. For anyone who's getting into the field and starting, like I had a friend who interned under Ryan Russell at Auburn, and one of the things that he told him is one of the best things you can do earlier in your career is go to places that don't have the 5-star budgets, like the big money, and then see how those coaches make a lot with very little. And that's something that somewhere in your career, especially early on, I think everyone should have that step in the process, because it will make you a better coach without a doubt.